Here, if this OH and if this H are lost, you get a double bond over there. This is a positive product. If this and this are lost, you get a double bond over there. This is the second product. This is the third product. This is the fourth product. So if this particular compound, 1-ethyl, 1-cyclopentanol is treated with sulfuric acid, we get 4 products. Are we very clear about it? Hello? We have a lot of time, infinite time we have. If required, we can do it again. Till the point you get. Don't worry, don't be under pressure. Hello?
Clear.
Okay, sir. How many products are possible?
4 products.
Because the position of OH is such that this is a possibility, this is a possibility, ring opening and 6-membered ring formation is a possibility, here is a double bond, here is a double bond. So there are 4 possibilities. Possibility number 1, possibility number 2, possibility number 3, 4. Now you see this scenario. I am giving you a different molecule. It is like this. Now here you have OH. Well, it is already a 6-membered ring. Now here you have OH. How many products are possible when that is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid?
2.
3 with concentrated sulfuric acid. As usual, water is lost. This OH can happily go with the hydrogen here, anti-position. It can go with the hydrogen here, which is in boil position. It can go with the hydrogen, which is there in Chutney position. Only anti-boil Chutney 3 positions are likely to have double bonds. The ring cannot further get extended because there is no point. 6-membered rings are already stable. Therefore, you get this as a positive product. Double bond. This has a possible product, and this has a possible product. How many products are possible, sir? 3. No possibility of 4th product. Always remember 2 things. Alcohol's OH group is a bad leaving group, but it leaves readily and generates a double bond if heated with concentrated sulfuric acid or a dehydrating agent, Al2O3, H3PO4, P4O10, etc. Always the dehydration of alcohols starts with formation of carbocation. The carbocation may lose a beta hydrogen to give double bond, or it may undergo a rearrangement. Usually, 6-membered rings are stable. After 6-membered rings, 5-membered rings are stable. After 5-membered rings, 4-membered rings are stable. Notice 3-membered ring is very, very, very unstable. 4-membered ring is also less stable. 5-membered ring is also less stable. But 6-membered rings are very stable. You have to remember that concept. Are we clear, sir? Hello?
Sir, 6-number ring is stable and?
That's all. 6-membered rings are very, very stable because they have chain conforms. The 6-membered ring can exist like a chain. In chain, the repulsion between groups is very less. So, because these 6-membered rings adopt a chain-like conformation, they can have 2 conformations. They can be like boat or they can be like chain. Chain form is very stable. Generally, 6-membered rings adopt a chain configuration and they stay happily. Usually, 6-membered rings are stable. Why all this problem has come? If there are only 3 members in a ring, in a cycloalkane, every carbon is sp3 hybridized. Generally, sp3 hybridized carbons require a bond angle of 109 degrees 28 minutes. But in cyclopropane, CCC angle will be 60 degrees. See, ideal angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. But here the forced angle is 60 degrees. It will be very, very, very unstable because of angle strain. See, you can't fold your fingers backwards. You can fold them forward. Try to fold your fingers forward. Can you do it easily? Hello?
Yes, sir.
If you
Yes,
try to
sir.
bend them backward, they will be under strain. You will get pain. Try to bend your fingers backward. There is not possible angle. If you try to put yourself in impossible angle, you will get a lot of pain. Here, the CCC angle 60 degrees as demanded by cyclic shape of cyclopropane. Molecule is under strain, it easily opens up and it is unstable. Even in cyclobutane, all carbons are sp3, required angle is 109 degrees, 38 minutes. But here the angle is 90 degrees, that makes molecule very, very unstable. In cyclopentane, the bond angle is somewhat closer to 109 degrees 28 minutes. So it is relatively better. In cyclohexane, it is not like a regular hexagon which you draw, it is like a chain. In the chain conformation, even in both conformation, the angles are very close to 109 degrees 28 minutes, so they are very stable. They have no angle strain. Therefore, 6-membered rings generally form during the course of reactions of carbocations. If there is a possibility. Are we clear on this, sir? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
See this question. C4H10O has many isomers. How many cannot react with sodium? Can you tell me the answer, sir? Hello. You know that C4H10O can have a structure like this. The formula CnH2n plus 2O implies alcohols or ethers. Do you know that fact? So C4H10O can be like CH3CH2CH2OH1 butanol. It can be like 2-butanol. It can be like 2-methyl-1-propanol. It can be like 2-methyl-2-propanol. It is called N-butyl alcohol. It is called isobutyl, secondary butyl alcohol. It is called isobutyl alcohol. It is called tertiary butyl alcohol. You know these names, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
But all they have OH group, so all they have to be react with sodium to give hydrogen gas. So all these react with that. He is asking how many cannot react with that. It can have a structure like 1-methoxypropane. It does not have OH group. It do not react with sodium. You can also have 2-methoxypropane. It do not have OH group. You can have ethoxyethane. Even it does not have OH group. So these 3 compounds which do not have OH group, which are actually ethers, cannot react with sodium. Hence, in the isomeric forms of C4H10O, 3 compounds cannot react with sodium. 4 compounds can react with sodium. Are we clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Inorganic will do, sir.
I am devising the organic part for tomorrow exam. If you want me to stop, I will stop and take it in organic. Okay, no problem. Whatever you want, I will do. I have to dance according to your tune. Sir, should we stop organic immediately? Hello.
No, sir, we'll revise.
This is for exam day after tomorrow. For alcohols, there is revision. They will ask questions in this. And when I am doing something, if you ask me something else, I have absolutely no ego issues. Come on. Inorganic, much easier. We can do it.
Sir.
What is the difficulty in what we are doing, sir? all compounds which have a formula CnH2n plus 2O. CnH2n plus 2O are alcohols. If the formula is like CnH2n plus 2O, it is like alkane and additional oxygen. They are alcohols or they are ethers. If I am giving a formula like C3H8O, it can be like alcohol or it can be like ether. How many alcohols I can write with this formula, sir? Alcohols I can write.
3.
Alcohol must have OH group. So I can take 3 carbons in a chain and put OH on first carbon. I can write 3 carbons in a chain and write OH on the second carbon. Can I write in any other way? Hello? Hello? It is called 1-propanol. It is called 2-propanol. It is called N-propyl alcohol, common name. It is called isopropyl alcohol. IUPAC calls it as 1-propanol. It is 2-propanol. Any problem, sir?
No.
Hello? Now, because these two compounds are alcohols, they have OH group. If you want to know that they react with sodium, they can react with acids to give ester. On heating with sulfuric acid, they lose water to give alkenes like propene. Both give same product, propene, on heating with sulfuric acid. Instead of sulfuric acid, you can heat with Al2O3 or P4O10, etc. to get alkenes. The sulfuric acid, the P4O10, the phosphoric acid, all they can remove water, they are dehydrating agents. Well, the same formula can represent a ether like this, CH3CH2OCH3, methoxyethane. The methoxyethane is a ether of formula C3H8O. Because it has no OH group, it cannot react with sodium. If you look at boiling point of these two compounds is higher because they have OH group. Boiling point of ether is less because it has no ether group. Any difficulty there, sir? Hello?
No, sir. Alcohol's boiling point will be higher, no, sir?
Naturally, alcohol has higher boiling point because it makes hydrogen bonds. Ether boiling point is less. Alcohols react with sodium, ether cannot. So if they give me a question like C3H8O, how many isomers cannot react with sodium? My answer is 1.
1.
How many isomers can react with sodium? My answer
2.
is
2.
In the isomers of C3H8O, how many can give iodoform test? Iodoform test is a test where I add iodine and NaOH to a given compound, and then I get yellow crystalline iodoform. Iodoform test is given by some compounds. When those compounds are added with iodine and a
Sir,
base,
0, sir.
when a compound is added with iodine and a base, some compounds can give yellow crystalline
sir.
iodoform, CHI3. Iodoform is an antiseptic. Nowadays, it is not in use because of its bad smell. Well, iodoform test is given by only some compounds like
Only one thing.
alcohols,
Aldehydes,
aldehydes,
Ketone.
ketones.
ketones. It is not, this test is not given by ethers. It is not given by carboxylic acids. It is not given by esters and others. Only alcohols, aldehydes and ketones. Also, second condition, iodoform test is given by only
3 alpha
those
hydrogen.
3
which
alpha
have
hydrogen.
2 or more carbons. The third condition is only those
3 alpha
alcohols
hydrogen.
where they have 3 alpha hydrogen. The next carbon should have 3 hydrogens. Here, 1-propanol is not having 3 hydrogens to next carbon. 2-propanol has 3 hydrogens to next carbon. Therefore, only 2-propanol, only one compound of formula C3H8O can give iodoform test. In a different way. Hello.
No, sir. No, sir.
I have a question like I have a compound of formula C4H10O.
7 Streamer-Tamer reaction and Coles reaction also, sir.
First, allow me to do what I am planning to do. If you disturb me, means I forget the chain. Once I give you time, you ask me in the last. Okay? At least I want to do 5 questions on my own. C4H10O. How many isomers can give positive iodoform test? Positive iodoform test is given by alcohols. This is first alcohol I can think of, 1-propanol. This is second alcohol I can think of, 2-propanol or secondary butyl alcohol. This is the third alcohol.
2 isomers.
This is the fourth alcohol I am able to see.
Sir, 2, sir.
Now the problem is, this test is given by only one compound. Tertiary alcohols cannot be oxidized to give aldehydes or ketones. The tertiary alcohols also would not give iodoform test. So tertiary alcohol cannot give iodoform test because in the iodoform test, first step is formation of aldehyde from alcohol. If it is already aldehyde ketone, there is no issue. If it is alcohol, in the first step, it should become aldehyde or ketone. Because it has no such possibility to become aldehyde or ketone, it will never give iodoform test. Thank you. Now I have next question, sir. C5H12O. How many compounds can react with sodium? How many isomers can react with sodium? How many isomeric products of formula C5H12O can react with sodium? A big question, difficult question. Can you think of? These are 5 carbons. If I put here OH, it is 1 pentanol. If I put here OH, it is 2 pentanol. If I put here OH, it is 3 pentanol. All they have alcohol group, so all they can happily do reaction with sodium. Now the 5 carbons, I will write 4 in one chain, 1 inside chain. I put OH here, it is 2-methyl 1-butanol. It is 2-methyl 2-butanol. It is 3-methyl 2-butanol. It is 3-methyl 1-butanol. All they can happily do reaction with sodium. Can you see it clearly, sir? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. The neopentyl alcohol.
I am writing so many possibilities. Okay? This is 1 pentanol. It is 2 pentanol. It is 3 pentanol. It is 2-methyl 1-butanol. It is 2-methyl 2-butanol. It is 3-methyl 2-butanol. It is 3-methyl 1-butanol. All they are isomers of formula C5H12O. All they are alcohols. I can think of one more alcohol. Can I write? It is neopentyl alcohol. Now, this also reacts with sodium to give hydrogen gas. So, how many alcohol isomers I wrote? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 compounds are possible which have OH group with a formula C5H12O. All these 8 can happily react with sodium to give hydrogen gas. Now, out of these 8 products, how many can give iodoform test? It cannot give iodoform test. It can give iodoform test. It cannot 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 give iodoform test because it cannot become ketone or aldehyde on oxidation. It can give iodoform test.
Sir, how second can give
So, how many-
iodoform test?
excuse me?
Sir, can you tell how second can give iodoform test, sir?
I repeated several times. Iodoform test is a reaction given by alcohols, aldehydes, ketones. The condition is the compound should have 3 alpha hydrogens. The compound should have a possibility to become aldehyde or ketone from alcohol state. It should have 2 or more carbons. The compound number 1 is not having 3 alpha hydrogens, it has only 2 alpha hydrogens. This has 3 alpha hydrogens, it can become aldehyde. So 2 can give Iodoform test. 3 has no alpha hydrogens, it cannot give Iodoform test. 4, it does not have 3 alpha hydrogens, it cannot give Iodoform test. 5, it has 3 alpha hydrogens, no doubt, but it cannot become aldehyde or ketone because tertiary alcohols cannot become aldehydes or ketones. Tertiary alcohols are not interested to undergo oxidation. It cannot give Iodoform test. 6, it has 3 alpha hydrogens, definitely it cannot do Iodoform test. 7 cannot undergo Iodoform test. 8 cannot undergo Iodoform test. So for C5H12O, how many compounds can do Iodoform test means only 2. This is only IIT advanced question, so don't worry about it. It is beyond the comprehension test. But there can be a simple question. C5H12O can have how many ethers? Can you think of? I can write 4 carbons in a chain. And 5th carbon I can put like OC. So it is 1 methoxybutane. I can also think of 2 methoxybutane, second ether. I have 2 possible methoxybutanes. Can you see, sir? Hello? Hello? With the formula C5H12O, I can write 1 methoxybutane, I can write 2 methoxybutane. I can also write what is the name of this compound, sir? It is 1 methoxy 2 methyl propane. So I can write 3 ethers which are methoxy. I can also write CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH2, CH3. That is ethoxypropane. 1 ethoxypropane. Can you see it, sir? I can also write what is this compound, sir? 2 ethoxypropane. Can you see it clearly? Hello?
Yes.
Hello? 2 ethoxypropane. So, how many ethers I have written so far, sir? I have written how many ethers so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see it clearly? Hello. Can you write any more ether? Can you write any more ether, sir? Hello. Sir, I have written 5 ethers, sir. All these 5 ethers are possible with a formula C5H12O. They do not react with sodium. The question is, how many isomers of formula C5H12O cannot react with sodium? Answer is 5. 5 because I can write 5 ethers with a formula C5H12O. I can write 5 ethers. I can write how many alcohols, sir? Just now I have written how many alcohols I wrote? Hello? 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 Hello, are you there? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, with the formula C5H12O, how many alcohols one can write? You blindly remember. With the formula C5H12O, we have written 8 alcohols. Do you remember? How many alcohols?
8 alcohol.
That is all in mathematics. This subject is called permutations and combinations. Have you studied the chapter permutations and combinations?
Yes.
Yes,
In
sir.
that- Yeah, it is a mathematical problem. With a formula C5H12O, how many alcohols I can write? Alcohol is a compound that has OH group. Always carbon can make maximum 4 bonds. So by variation, I can see that 8 type of alcohols are possible. I can see that 5 types of ethers are possible with a formula C5H12O. And all the ethers which are 5 in number cannot give reaction with sodium. All the 8 which are OH group can react with sodium. And in those alcohols, any alcohol that has 3 alpha hydrogens, which is not a tertiary alcohol, can give iodoform test. So I can clearly see only 2 alcohols corresponding to a formula C5H12O can give iodoform test. The 5 ethers of formula C5H12O cannot react with sodium. All the 8 alcohols can happily react with sodium to give hydrogen. It is only for advance. It is a big typical question. Normally in NCRT, in mains, they don't ask that typical questions. Just don't lose your heart. If you do very well in the mains, if you get 99.9%, you can get in national institutes. And they are as good as IITs. So don't worry. They don't ask very difficult questions. They ask easy questions. Okay. Now we are going to move on. Any doubts so far, sir? Can I go to next question?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is a simple question, sir. You try to answer. I am writing some compounds. You can tell me how many will do iodoform test. Will it do iodoform test? 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 Have a test. Will it do iodoform test? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let us take this. I will also write 8, 1. Okay, see it. Let's see. 8, 1. Yeah, in these 8 compounds, sir, check. Will it give iodoform test, sir?
No, sir.
No. Very good.
No, sir.
Will it give iodoform test?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Will it give iodoform test?
Yes, sir.
No.
Only.
Ether.
No, sir.
Iodoform test is given by alcohols, aldehydes, and ketone. The 2 alcohol which can become
Aldehyde
aldehyde.
ketone.
It cannot give because it is ether called anisole. Methoxybenzene is a ether, aromatic ether. It will not give. Will it give iodoform test?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, because it's the aldehyde having 2 carbons, 3 alpha. Can it give iodoform test?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If the alcohol with 2 carbons, 3 alpha hydrogens, it can become aldehyde. Yes. Can it give iodoform test?
No, sir.
Can it give iodoform test?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Can it give iodoform test?
No, sir.
Finally, acetophenone. Can it give iodoform test?
Yes, sir.
Very good. This question they asked in IITC before last year. So the acetophenone, because it is a ketone with 3 alpha hydrogens on one side, can happily give iodoform.
Sir, tertiary alcohols cannot give this iodoform test, no, sir?
Yeah. Where is tertiary alcohol? There is no tertiary alcohol.
No, just asking, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just asking, sir.
Yeah, tertiary alcohols can be. Okay. Tertiary
Sir, reason-
alcohols readily react with Lucas reagent. What is Lucas reagent? A paste of HCl and NCl2 is called a Lucas reagent. Tertiary alcohols very easily react with Lucas reagent to give a turbidity. They easily become tertiary methyl chloride, for example. Until it is not soluble in water, solution becomes cloudy. The reaction is slow with the secondary alcohol. Slow, 5 to 20 minutes. The primary alcohol would not react at room temperature. At room temperature, no reaction. So this is a point of discrimination. Tertiary alcohols readily undergo reaction with the glucose reagent. Glucose reagent is a paste of HCl and ZnCl. Reaction of alcohol with glucose reagent gives alkyl halide. Are we very clear on that, sir? Hello. For tomorrow exam, you have only alcohols, ethers, and phenols.
Okay, sir.
In alcohols and in phenols and ethers, we considered haloform test. We consider the test with the glucose reagent. We have Riemann-Tiemann reaction. When a phenol reacts with NaOH and chloroform, 3 moles of NaOH and chloroform would react here. You will be getting sodium phenoxide attached to CHO. The CHO group is introduced in this reaction. This is called Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Somebody wanted me to talk about it. In Riemann-Tiemann reaction, the chloroform first reacts with NaOH. One of the Cl and hydrogen are removed from it as HCl. As a result, you get CCl2 with 2 electrons on the carbon. The total number of electrons the carbon has in dichlorocarbon is the bond between C and Cl 2 electrons, the bond between C and Cl 2 electrons, 2 extra electrons. Total how many electrons are there around the carbon in dichlorocarbon? The dichlorocarbon is a attacking species. It is a electrophile generated by reaction of chloroform with NaOH. This is a electrophile that is attacking benzene. The electrophile attacks benzene because the carbon has only 6 electrons. It wants 8 to get stability. But it does not have any charge. Carbon is supposed to have 4 electrons. Out of 4 electrons, 2 are involved in bonds with chlorides. The remaining 2 are freely there. No extra electrons, no shortage. Only 6 electrons are there. So dichlorocarbon, because it is electron deficient, it is an electrophile, it attacks benzene. When it is attacking in the other position, you will be getting CCl2 here. Okay, sir? Hello? Now, this undergoes rearrangement, this arrangement. You can see the mechanism, you will get CHCl2. Here there is one. This fellow will again, all the Cls are replaced by OH groups, and 2 OH groups on the same carbon will be unstable, they lose water. Finally, you get aldehyde. Look at the mechanism. Now we have no time to devise this. The Riemann-Tiemann reaction is very, very important. You please look at the NCERT book is not having mechanism. You have to search it, Google it. Riemann-Tiemann reaction, which involves the formation of dichlorocarbon, is very important. In the NCERT books, simply they wrote like this. You know,
Only the road.
reacts with chloroform and NaOH. They wrote this. Minus here CHCl2. They said it is unstable intermediate. It will become this. This is the NCERT book. They say it is intermediate. Please observe, they give only this much, they did not give the mechanism, but mechanism also is to be learned. This Riemann-Tiemann reaction mechanism I discussed with you earlier. Now I have no time, I am not doing it. So Riemann-Tiemann reaction is important. In the reaction, CCl2 forms. CCl2 is called dichlorocarbon, and it is an electrophile, and it has 6 electrons around carbon. So it attacks it. That is very important. Are we clear on that, sir? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This compound is called sodium cyclopentane oxide. This is reacting with chlorocyclopropane. What is the product? What is the name of reaction? It happens in diethyl ether. Reaction happens in ether. Ether is the solid. What is the name of the reaction? What is the product? Can you do it, sir? Urgently, your heart will be lost. My God, I have never seen this molecule. My God, I have never seen this molecule. My God, मैं मर गया हूँ. अभी क्या करूँ? Don't worry like that. Try to see the path which I know. I know compounds which have alcohol group are having OH group. When the alcohol reacts with sodium, I get sodium alkoxide. Anything that has ONA group is sodium alkoxide.
Sir,
Anything that
Williamson
has halogen
synthesis reaction.
linked to carbon chain is alkyl halide. Always sodium alkoxide, Cr with alkyl halides to lose NaX, I get ether. Rex plus
Sodium
Rho is
synthesis,
equal to Rho,
Williamson
it is
synthesis.
Williamson synthesis. So clearly it is Williamson synthesis. This Na and this Cl will be lost as NaCl. Simply I will link these two fellows. This is a 5 carbon chain having a ONA, that O, and this will link up. I get cyclopropyl, cyclopentyl ether, NaCl is lost. And this is called Newman, sorry, it is called Williamson synthesis. So, synthesis. Any big deal in there, sir? Hello? Hello? This question they asked in 2016 in IIT Means. Any difficulty is there in this question? This question looks very big to us, but if you think what you know, you try to look at what is needed. Always remember Rex plus Rho is equal to Rho. It is Williamson synthesis. Any difficulty, sir? Hello? Hello?
No, sir, no difficulty.
In this class, we have discussed how to identify a compound that gives cytochrome test. How to identify the number of isomeric alcohols with a given formula CnH2n plus 2O. How to identify the compounds that do not react with sodium metal, they are ethers. We have identified who will readily react with the Lucas reagent. We have also identified what is the Riemann-Tiemann reaction. And now, we have also identified the reactivity of some aromatic compounds. For example, I want to look at this compound. This compound is called what, sir? This compound is called what, sir? Anisole or methoxybenzene. It is an aromatic ether. Can we see it, sir?
Yes, sir.
If the anisole is reacting with bromine in aqueous solution, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In which position bromine is likely to attack? Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. In which position bromine can attack? Can you tell me, sir?
2, 4.
Hello. If I am taking nitrobenzene, I am going for chlorination. To which position the Cl will attack? This is case 1, this is case 2. In case 1, the methoxy group is an electron releasing group. Methoxy group, OH group, NH2 group, CH3 group, the CH3 group, the OCH3 group, the NH2 group, the OH group. All these groups are electron pumping the groups through resonance. Because these oxygens have lone pair, nitrogen has lone pair. Anything that has a lone pair or anything that is electron releasing by nature due to inductive effect or resonance effect, anything that releases electrons will increase the electron density in nature. Whenever electron density is increased, usually it gets increased at second position, fourth position, ortho-para. Therefore, the bromine always attacks in ortho-para. Therefore, I am likely to get bromine in ortho position, also bromine in para position. Of these two, this is preferred because these two groups are somewhat close, they get steric repulsion. Therefore, most likely place to be attacked is fourth position. Somewhat possible place of attack is also 2 and 6.
2 and 6.
Never at 3 and 5. Can you see it, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Any activating group directs the next incoming electrophile to ortho-para positions, but para is preferred. Para is 4. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
So when I am looking at the nitrobenzene, sir, the nitro group, the aldehyde group, the cyanide group, the carboxylic acid group, all these are dirty groups. They want to withdraw the electrons. So they take away electrons from benzene. They decrease the electron density in benzene. There is a serious decrease in electron density in 1 and this. If you say this one, there is a serious electron shortage in 2nd position and 4th position. Because the electron shortage is serious there on 2nd and 4th position. Chlorine, which is a positively charged electrophile, cannot attack into 1, 4. So the reactivity drops. Whenever there is an electron withdrawing group on benzene, the reactivity decreases. Also, if you force the electrophile to attack, it attacks in meta position. It attacks in which position, sir? Meta position.
Position.
So any withdrawing group, like any of these on benzene, that direct the incoming electrophile to which position, sir? To which position? They direct the incoming electrophile to 3rd position or 5th position. 3rd and 5th are called meta. 1 and 2 are called ortho. 1 and 3, 1 and 5 are meta. 1 and 4 is para. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, when electrophile attacks benzaldehyde, the electrophile comes to 2nd position. It will never come to 2nd position. It will never come to 4th position. It will come only to 3rd position. It is so because aldehyde group NO2, CN, COH are electron withdrawing. Withdrawing groups direct to meta position. Releasing groups direct to 2nd and 4th, preferably 4th. Are we clean on that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now, really complicated question of 2019. They gave a compound like this. Oh my God. Methoxy. Here they kept nitro. Now they want to chlorinate. Oh my God. Position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4. Where this Cl will come, sir? Hello? The problem is the methoxy group is an electron releasing group. The nitro is an electron withdrawing group.
Sir, it will
Releasing
come on.
group will direct in ortho position, para position. Withdrawing group will direct in meta position. Meta means what, sir? 1, 2 is ortho. 1, 4 is para. 1, 3 is meta. Withdrawing groups will direct meta. Releasing groups will direct ortho para. Now the methoxy group is a releasing, so it will ask the incoming electrophile to come to position 1 or 2. 1 and 4 also. The NO2 is a withdrawing group. Withdrawing group will direct the fellow to come to position 3 because 1, 3 is meta. Can you see it, sir?
Yes.
Now the problem is where the chloro comes. Will it come to position 1, position 4, position 2 or 3? That is the IIT question that appeared in 2008. 1, 2, 3, 4. So did we understand clearly the problem? Hello.
Yes, sir. Understood.
The problem is electron releasing groups will direct the incoming electrophile to 1, 2 or 1, 4 positions with respect to each other. Methoxy will direct the chlorine to come to 1st position or to 2nd position because 1 is ortho. In this diagram, 2 is para. Both 1 and 4 are ortho. The NO2 is a withdrawing group. It directs the incoming electrophile to go to meta position, 3rd. Now, really, if I have both groups and try to chlorinate, where the Cl will go? The answer. If somebody is saying negative, somebody is saying positive, whose words you will hear, sir? Hello? Hello?
Common, sir, both.
If somebody is saying good, somebody is saying bad, whose word do you follow generally?
Good.
Allah is telling you something, Shaitan is telling you something else. Whom do you follow? You want to follow Shaitan or Allah?
Allah, sir.
Naturally,
Allah, sir.
electron releasing group is something good. Electron withdrawing group is something bad. If both such groups are there, the decision is taken by releasing group. The methoxy group will decide. Therefore, incoming chloro will come to position 2, not 1 and 4, because 1 and 4 are causing steric hindrance. The position 1 is between two big groups. Cl cannot get adjusted there. The methoxy group is directing the chlorine either to go to position 1, 4 or 2. Of these, 2 is preferred. Notice that the chlorination of 3-nitromethoxybenzene happens in position 2. The reason, if there is a withdrawing group, releasing group decision is final. Releasing group is happily directing to come at 1, 2 or 4. The 2 position is preferred because 2 position is not having any steric hindrance. Are we very clear on this, sir?
Yes.
Hello? So we have understood now what type of groups can be there on benzene. 2 types of groups can be there on benzene. One variety of groups are releasing electrons into benzene. They are like methyl group, like an H2 group, like OH group, like OCH3 group. The electron releasing groups will increase the electron density in benzene. They direct the incoming electrophile to ortho and para positions. The groups which withdraw electrons are like NO2, CN, CHO, COOH. They decrease the electron density 1 and 4 positions. So they direct the electrophile to come to meta position. If both groups are there, the releasing group gets priority. And the incoming electrophile go to a place where there is a less steric loading. In this case, 2. So we understood some model questions that appeared in these topics like alcohols, phenols, and ethers in the latest exams. Don't feel that it is difficult. If you start working, it will be easy. You have to read the NCERT book thoroughly. We have a lot of time. We can do it later. Okay, sir? Hello?
Sir.
Now, any more doubts? Somebody asked me to talk Raymer-Trimmer reaction. I said, Raymer-Trimmer reaction of phenol with chloroform and NaOH. As the end, CHO is introduced into benzene, you get salicylaldehyde. If you use carbon tetrachloride instead of chloroform, you get salicylic acid. Both these compounds are important. Anything more, sir?
No, sir.
So, actually, Kazim sir requested me to close the class by 12 because he has some other IP preparation. Just never lose your heart. At the end of the day, we can see some simple questions that come in the exam. I'll give you a good practice. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now I am closing the class. Should I close the class, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
If anybody is having any doubts, they can ask me now. Otherwise, we will leave.